You are somebody who practices Vipassana. Does that help you get closer to the Force? Is that where you get closer to the Force?
I practice Vipassana meditation to see reality more clearly, to be able to see what is reality, what is really happening right here, right now. I'm not doing it as any kind of religious exercise to get in touch with this force or that force, with this story or that story. It's really, for me then, the least dogmatic thing I ever encountered in life is Vipassana meditation. It just tells you, just observe what is really happening right now as it is, without trying to impose any story on it, without trying to change it in any way. I mean, I remember the first time I went to a course, and the first instruction I got from the teacher was observe your breath. Not observe God, not observe the soul, just observe your breath coming in and out of your nostrils, and just accept the breath, whatever it is. If it is strong, if it's weak, if it comes from this nostril or that nostril, it doesn't matter. Just observe the reality as it is. And what amazed me was that I couldn't do it for more than 10 seconds. Immediately the mind ran away to some story, some fantasy, some memory. If I can't observe the reality of my own breath for 10 seconds, how can I hope to observe the reality of the global political system or of the global economic system?
So that's exactly the question.
I try to do both. I've been practicing for 18 years now.
Wow.
And it's been very helpful. I don't think
more than 10 seconds now.
More than 10 seconds, I try.
So how
Sometimes I succeed. This year I went to a 60 days course here in India.
60 days.
60 days. I didn't stay focused for 60 days, of course. The mind keeps running away, but keep trying. And I don't think I could have written any of my books without the help of the focus and the discipline and the clarity that this kind of meditation gives.
So when you're deep in meditation, I'm dying to ask this question, and we have quite a lot of people from Bollywood here today, so they've obviously seen some of these films. Does everything start looking like in algorithms and codes, like in Matrix?
No.
When he evolves.
You have a pain in the stomach and your knee hurts, then the mind runs away to some memory that, I should have said this, I should have said that. And this is how you get to know yourself. I think many people make a mistake about meditation, that they think meditation is a tool to get all kinds of special experiences. Mm-hmm. Like I go to an amusement park, and this is another kind of amusement park. I'll use meditation to have all kinds of special experiences. And actually, I think the most important benefit of meditation is to get to know the most ordinary, daily, natural patterns of your mind and of your body. To get to know your anger, your pain, your joy, your boredom, because this is what you have to deal with in life. If meditation is a kind of vacation, like for a couple of days I have these special experiences, but then for most of the year I still have to deal with my anger and my boredom, it didn't really help me.
Is this the purpose of life?
Is this the purpose of life?
As you see it.
Well, I think that the key to a good life is to be able to observe reality as it is. To really what is the truth about myself and about the world, without running away to all kinds of fantasies and stories and fictions. And I think if you can observe to some degree reality as it is, you won't just be a much better person, but you will probably be a much more peaceful and happy person, because the deep source of so much of our personal and collective problems is in the fantasies that we create, and then we mistake them for reality, and then we try to impose them on reality, and we get extremely upset when it doesn't work, when reality doesn't conform to our favorite fantasy.
But it's also part of the paradox, because what you're saying is sit quietly in meditation, go in, and then we have all this technology constantly calling out to us. I mean, everyone here, I'm sure, would agree with me that if your phone is away from you for 5 minutes, you're like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? You're checking your phone at least 80 times a day.
Exactly. So observe that. I mean, what's happening to you when you're away from your phone? What's happening in your body? You will see that there are a lot of unpleasant sensations in your body at the time. What's happening in your mind? This is how you get to know yourself. You get to know yourself not by observing some blissful, metaphysical, mystical experience. You get to know yourself by observing what happens to me when the phone is away. And once you witness how much misery I am inflicting on myself by my own habits, this can help you in changing these harmful habits.
So one of the things you said before is that suffering is a sign of consciousness. If something suffers, then it's real and it's conscious. Then is our purpose to suffer rather than be happy?
Certainly not. I'm not saying that we are here to suffer. We can liberate ourselves from suffering. What I said in some of what I wrote is that the best test to know whether an entity is real or whether it's a fiction invented by politicians and religious leaders and so forth is to ask, can this entity suffer? A nation, for example, is just a human creation. It's a fictional story created by humans. How do you know? Just ask yourself, can a nation suffer? If you lose a war, does the nation suffer? No. The nation has no mind, no feelings, no sensations. Soldiers who die in war, they suffer. Civilians who lose their house or their loved ones in war, they suffer. Animals can suffer. But a nation cannot suffer. It's just a story we created. So this is the idea of the test of suffering as a test to know whether something is real or not. Similarly, I don't know, if you have some temple and somebody destroys the temple doesn't suffer. Only people suffer. The people who care about this temple, when they hear that it is destroyed, they have a very unpleasant sensation in the body. They have very unpleasant emotions in the mind. They suffer. But the temple, it's just, stones and bricks and wood and so forth.
But it represents a certain amount of emotions. Now, there's a temple in Israel which is connected to everything. We have a temple here as well which is kind of connected to everything. So
yeah, but we invest the temple with importance. We suffer when the temple is destroyed. We rejoice when the temple is built. It's really about us, not about the temple. And I would say also to people in Israel who care very much about the temple that the deep purpose of a place like a temple is to bring peace and harmony to the world, to make people, I go to a temple to experience peace and harmony. Now, if a temple brings violence and disharmony to the world, it's a broken temple. What do you need it for?
Thank you.